And it's a black screen.
What the hell? Okay. What the fuck?
I knew it would worry you. Anyways, we're gonna finish off our time in what's this, Area 5?
Yeah, the water.
Area 5. Yeah, this is Area 5. I'm gonna finish off our time in Area 5 here and check out Area 6.
Dude, it looks like a sunken...
But first, we gotta get ourselves back to the tank.
It looks like Marble Garden Zone has sunken.
You mean Marble Zone?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I said, right?
I don't know anymore with Sonic.
Marble
It's like
Hill.
Marble Zone, just like the remnants of like an Angel Island expansion onto South Island.
No, the ancients from Frontiers were just there.
Also, they had Greek-style architecture as well.
Yeah. They were feeling creative.
Anyways, there's a power-up, so we have to go back into this room.
But
Because that other exit is how you get to one of the power-ups.
that was a strange cut.
Because it was just me exploring around, getting to that item, and then realizing I had to go all the way back here. So, did you really want to watch that?
I would have just cut out me exploring around as well.
So now I want to hear it.
Okay.
I'm not exploring around. This is me actively going towards it.
No, when you were out in the 2D area, you just kind of did some platforming and then you fade cut.
Oh, because I
in
was
an
heading to the
arbitrary
tank.
area.
I was heading to the tank.
Ah.
Because the tank now has the dive gear, so we can travel around in the tank.
Okay.
I was trying to be consistent. My goodness.
It was just confusing. I'm sorry. God, I don't know what's going on in this game.
And trying to learn editing, and you're just being a bitch.
And I'm just giving you criticism.
Criticism's how you learn. I don't want to learn.
I don't like learning. It hurts my feelings.
Anyways, this platforming section is more difficult than the entirety of Sonic Frontiers, or Sonic Forces. How does that make you feel?
Just throwing shade at Sonic today.
Yeah.
This does not look hard.
It's not. So, that tells you, I should tell you perfectly my thoughts on Sonic Forces and its platforming. The only hard ones are the ones you have to get onto, where you have to get onto them while they're still moving.
Yeah.
And I did that last part.
And that was like the only time you had to do that.
Yeah. Game is merciful.
Oh, we actually leave to get a power-up.
Yeah, it's cool.
Interesting. I don't know why they needed to do that, but I'll take it.
Don't worry about
I
it.
guess to tease that it was there if you saw it in the overworld, but I don't know.
I did see it. I showed it off in the overworld. Last part. I just didn't have the ability to get there yet. I just don't really need an ability. You just have to know to get there from there, and I took a bit to figure that out.
You hit the
Anyways,
side
if
of
you
that.
hold A, you can travel against these currents now. And you get to watch the mutants here just die. It's funny.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, I know.
A mandatory hover platforming section? Damn.
You probably intended to go up that way a different way.
I would just hover.
You'll see.
I would just sit and wait for my
You'll-
hover to recharge every time.
Well, there's not really a reason to go up there. It just leads back to, like, the starting section.
Ah.
So that's why I didn't bother. Because now, we're in the ice area!
Lovely. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in that water area.
We spent as much time as any other area.
It didn't feel like it.
Well, I cut out a lot of it.
Yeah, so we did not spend that much time in that area.
I got a video and a half.
Not enough.
So like 25 minutes.
Versus that
Which is like
sewer
the normal.
level, which was also like a part and a half, but it felt like forever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not good. The sewer level's not good. Everything else is good though. This is fun. And it's got some good music. Catchy, chiptune stuff.
This reminds me of the ice level in Mega Man 7.
Why 7 specifically?
Because
I've never actually played 7.
it has like the like metallic sort of shell wall shit going on. That's a very similar thing. Like this area here with all the purple metal walls on top of the ice. It's pretty similar.
Mm-hmm. And now we've frozen it. Eve has nothing new. Very sad.
Gee, thanks. Thanks, Eve. Waste of fucking
Yeah, that
time.
whole thing that happened last part, she just is hiding it right now. No, she won't tell you yet. Everything just proceeds as normal.
She's a waste of time. We shouldn't even bother with her.
She is wife.
Wife.
Yes.
So you're saying that
Not
your
waifu,
wife
she
is a
wife.
You're saying that your wife is a waste of time?
Anyways, we're going into a dungeon now. So, main gimmick of here is ice. Guess what goes with ice?
Fire! Oh my god. It's just like Flame Frit.
Yep.
That's the only game I've played. Ever.
Which is wild. You need to play more Inti Creates games. Anyways, these things only slide on ice, so you can trap them. It's really funny. If they manage to get off ice, they just move slow.
Yeah, I was wondering why they were like bouncing back into the ice or whatever. It seemed like that's what they were doing.
You can absolutely trivialize a lot of this area. It's good fun.
This is pretty satisfying looking. It's like watching fucking Markiplier play like Farming Simulator or whatever. Or the Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah. Something like that. Unfortunately, I don't go through and melt every single block device, so if you were looking for that, I'm sorry.
This is a horrible YouTube video.
I'm sorry, I exist.
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm perfect.
There was a wall down there that looked like something that you could potentially interact with.
I think I
But I
looked at
guess
the map,
not.
but there wasn't anything else on there. Unless once I go to do the end game hunt and I'm missing something, in which case I'll eat my words. End game hunt isn't too bad, but there will probably be a little bit of it. Nothing like Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission. Or even Super Metroid for that matter. But Super Metroid's not too bad. This is a pretty large area though. Very spacious. The water one's also pretty large, but because you obviously don't have to platform through a lot of it, and only certain corridors are actually useful because of all the water currents pushing against you, it's not too bad to travel around. This one is just fully open, even if it's blocked by these ice blocks you have to shoot.
So far, it's very linear, just getting to the big open area.
Yeah, that is something that hurts the Metroidvania structure of this game, which the second game, abandoning a lot of its Metroidvania design, is a huge advantage for it. So it works to the strengths of this level design a lot better. Especially for the more linear levels of Blaster Master Zero 2.
Yeah.
And then some are more open. But the linear ones feel like they were supposed to be open, so the design just kind of feels a bit it just feels too long.
I don't know. I feel like if their goal was a more explorative thing for this game, kinda abandoning it from what you're saying is, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not necessarily abandoning it. This is a little more Metroidvania in the traditional sense, where it's the entire world explores and is interconnected together. But they clearly weren't that great at designing a one big cohesive world, because it doesn't really feel too cohesive. It still feels every zone is individual. So I think for the second game, instead of trying to fix that, they instead turned it into a strength.
I don't know.
So like the worlds in that one are going to be very much like, some will be more open than others. Others will be a little more linear, but they're a lot more self-contained. You still have to return to certain ones for later stuff. But it's like you can do everything. That was one of the side areas that had nothing.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to thank you every time.
But yes, in the case of the second game, like you'll see it once we get to it. It's definitely the better version, I would say.
I feel like I'm just, being the potential opposite side of the argument that could say, like, well, I liked it being more trying to be cohesive. I would have liked to see them try and push that further.
That is 100% a criticism that I think is valid of the second and third games. Is this feels like a modernized version of Blaster Master. 0, 2, and 3 feel like sequels to Blaster Master 0, but not the original game.
Gotcha.
They go off. They take all the elements that were new for this and drive it home. So, if you like this game... Oh god, I'm one shot. So if you like this game, you're really going to love those games. But if you're a fan of the original game, this is going to be the main one that's up your alley. Whether that's a good or bad thing, it's kind of up to you. For me, it's perfect, because I haven't played the original game. And while I do like this, I think it's rough around the edges in areas.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it is for most Inti Creates games that are kind of based on classic franchises, like Bloodstained. Very much classic Castlevania. Like, all the way. It's just Castlevania 3, but with a modern feel to it.
Yeah.
Bloodstained 2 does its own thing. And that's kind of the Inti formula. Gunvolt. Modernized Mega Man X. Gunvolt 2 does a heck of a lot of its own things. And it's generally agreed to be better for it,
Yeah.
But, again, full understanding if that's not your thing, because you were here for something else.
Yeah. I am very, very, very interested in Bloodstained as a series.
I played a bit of the first one. It's pretty cool. I just played it a while ago when I wasn't really into classic Castlevania yet, so I didn't get too far into it.
I'm still not really into classic Castlevania.
I am trying. Like, the first game is awesome, but
The first game is
once I reach
brutal.
a certain point and start dying, I just kind of lose interest for a bit.
Damn.
But I do get a little further each time I play it, so that's nice.
I know I really like Symphony of the Night, but that's like kind of cheating because it's nothing like classic Castlevania. But that is, at the same time, the only Castlevania game I've played and beaten all the way.
They have something that feels like it should be something similar to Symphony of the Night, but it really isn't in practice.
Who does?
Inti.
What is it?
It's the Galgun spinoff, Gal Guardians.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it's nowhere near Galgun. Which, funny enough, also follows the same formula, because Galgun is a huge copy of the House of the Dead arcade games. Galgun Double Piece, its sequel, then does its own thing, combining a lot of dating sim elements and exploring the franchise a lot more. But Galgun is Galgun, so
Oh my
I
god.
don't think I don't think a lot of people would want to play that. Anyways, we finally found Fred. It's part 6, guys. We found him.
He's dead. Fred is dead.
No, but he is quite injured, and that looks like metal. What's going on?
Oh god.
Froggy, what did they do to you?
He is the tanks. He is the fucking. I don't know. I was gonna try and come up with some stupid story thing for what he is, but nothing I could come up with would compare to what the game has, I'm sure.
The game does go places. I mean, it does in this game if you played the original, but if you've never played them and then played this for the first time, it doesn't go anywhere too wild.
Also, this is completely random, but if you look at the
Also,
map,
you can talk to Fred, and he makes a little sound effect.
fun. But this is completely off topic, but the rooms with the save points in them, if you look at them on the map, they look like little smiley faces, and I like that.
And that's why you should play Blaster Master Zero.
That is the selling point of the game, actually.
Yes, the map.
No, just the checkpoint screens on the map. I like this.
I like to think Eve put them on there herself to make Jason happy. It's like, look, there's a little smiley face.
I like this section. This is like bringing in those fucking freezy dudes, but now you can't touch them. Yeah, it's cool. Though I'm assuming. Well, no, you said that there's no more tank power-ups, right? Or no more guns.
No, there are. No more gun power. Well, no more straight shot power-ups. There are more charge power-ups. And yes, you'll see a way to kind of deal with those guys later. You're not really going to, because they're pretty easy to avoid, but like you'll have an option to.
I was thinking we're
later.
definitely gonna get the wave beam in this.
No. Better.
I want wave beam.
We're getting, the best way I can describe it is we're getting the fusion beam and shot from Metroid Dread, but it's actually useful.
Hey, I like that shot in the one time I use it.
I like it too. I think it's a cool effect and a cool idea. It's just a little underutilized.
I just don't know how they would make that more useful. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe enemies that are like fully armored and can only take damage from that. I don't fucking know. What am I?
I guess, but that's a little.
Designer? Fuck no.
Well, you see what Metroid Dread does though, is very few enemies actually require a specific attack to destroy. They can be destroyed with multiple attacks. There's just some that are better than others.
Yeah.
And like the diffusion beam, all it really has is occasionally someone you can shoot through a wall.
Listen, all I'm saying
Since
is
there's no traditional way.
Listen, all I'm saying is everyone that's a Metroid fan always brings up that fusion power-up, but nobody talks about how Super Metroid has a whole slew of completely useless power-ups with the power beam combination or the power bomb combinations.
I'm sorry, what?
Everyone for useless like Metroid shit. Everyone talks about that like diffusion beam or whatever from Fusion, whatever it's called, with the ice.
Wait, what does it do? Oh, the one that like where the ice.
Yeah, where it
travels?
swirls around. Yeah. And you,
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah, everyone talks about that, but no one ever talks about how Super Metroid has a whole slew of useless power-ups in the power bomb combinations.
Well, because those are optional, I guess. And the game just... they're mostly useless because no one experiments with them because the game doesn't tell you about them.
Yeah, you just...
Unless it, like, shows it in the demo screen, like the Crystal Flash.
Yeah. I mean, what makes it useless is you have to, like, turn off certain beams to use certain specific power bomb combinations. And nobody wants to turn off their beams. So...
I mean, I'll turn off the ice beam.
I never turn it off.
That's, like, the only one. And I'll turn off Spazer as soon as I get Plasma, but...
Well, I mean, that's, like, that does that automatically. So...
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, no. Sometimes I'll turn it back on if I need the ice beam. Because usually I don't need ice and plasma. Anyways, we're going to be at this boss for a bit. It takes a while.
This looks fun.
I'm guessing you can destroy it faster if you use the shotgun. You're probably supposed to use the shotgun in the flamethrower. But I'm almost always going to be using the flamethrower.
It's painful when...
One section at a time.
It's painful when it opens up and the flamethrower is, like, currently not facing the thing you're trying to hit.
Yeah. As you destroy it, it'll start summoning more spike ice blocks.
But if you're constantly
That's
spamming
scary.
the fire, you're just probably not going to get hit by those.
Yeah. And thankfully, because the fire, it has a little bit of wiggle room if you get hit. You won't lose it immediately if you get hit a few times, so
Yeah.
that's pretty generous. So it's a little less stressful than trying to destroy the thing with the FE laser.
What are you setting up?
Angle yourself, Jason. There we go.
Like, what are you trying to... It looked like you were trying to set up a speedrun strat or something.
See, if I stand here correctly and then press A, I will fly to the credits.
Yeah, exactly. Where's my speedrun skips at, huh?
We all know I'm on a speedrun.
I'm also... I can't imagine this game having very interesting speedruns.
So anyways, I now get smart. So this doesn't do too much damage.
Yeah, but you're like doing damage to all of them at once.
Yeah, that's about the only damage.
Which means you're theoretically doing just as much, if not more. But it's like...
Now, when the ice forms, it can put spikes under you, so be a little wary of that.
That's a dick move. Can it actually, like, spawn ice on you? Or, like, the
Not
spikes?
ice, but I mean the icicles, like the sharp stuff.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Can it actually spawn
Yeah.
spikes where you're standing?
I think so.
That's a fucking asshole move. Ugh. See, now you should probably be using the
Open
fire.
up!
But,
It was almost dead.
yeah, but you could, like, get rid of the ice around you.
I was feeling confident that I was going to open up sooner than he did.
Oh, the Uno reverse card power-up.
Alright. I'll explain the wall climb once we, It's just a spider ball.
Oh, nice.
It is, I believe, one of the last holdover abilities from the original game. And it's really clunky and only appears in this game. So I'm kind of glad this is the last we ever see of it. But that's kind of also like the big defining feature of later games feeling way different from the original, because this was, as you'll see, this was one of the defining moves of the original game, and a kind of a technical marvel on the NES, because I had smooth transition frames.
Mm-hmm.
So like rotate properly. It's like the equivalent of watching Sonic run on a loop-de-loop. Just not as in-depth, but you know, for NES. So anyways, now Eve's finally telling us the secret. So,
Gasp.
on planet Sophia, which is where the original meta fight takes place, mutants attacked, and the people of the planet lost, and in space, they developed the tanks as a means to fight back. And because they're one planet and couldn't be everywhere, they developed more tanks and drones to go with the tanks, as well as support androids, which is what Eve is. And these drones would go to other planets searching for potential mutant outbreaks on other planets. And if they found them, they would then send a tank in with them. So that's what happened here. Fred is the drone of this tank.
Mm-hmm.
And it sent the tank along with it, along with Eve. But the tank hit some curb stop on the way. Eve and Fred got separated from the tank. And Eve lost her memories.
Huh.
So, is that more wild than what you were thinking of?
She got amnesia.
Not anymore.
You know how many there's
I like this song.
There's an incredible video game donkey video about how many games use amnesia as a plot point. And it's awesome.
I mean, sometimes it's a little overdone, but I think it's a pretty good one to go with.
Yeah. It's just funny that it's just like, oh no, he lost his memories. Because it's like it's a very easy way for the writers to withhold information from you, because theoretically you have a character that should know, but they don't because they lost their memories.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So this is the wall climb.
It actually rotates. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to snap.
Yeah, it does this in the NES original as well.
Oh, ahead of its time.
The sprite work in that game is pretty well lauded.
Oh.
Yeah, it activates. In the original game, I believe it activates just automatically on touching a wall or hitting a turn point.
That sounds like it could be
And this, you have to hold
annoying.
the right trigger. Yeah, and this, you hold the trigger. But it's pretty slow, so I can see why it doesn't come back after this game. Just as a spoiler alert.
Give my tank a wall jump. That's what I want.
You're not too far off. Has one of the best feeling wall jumps since actually I'd put it right up there with Super Metroid and Mega Man X.
Well,
It's a really good feeling wall jump. But we'll see that next game.
I think most would argue the Super Metroid wall jump is ass because they can't do it.
To those who actually play the game and understand how it works, it's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Anyways, Jason in the cutscene is like, Eve's like, okay, so I got my memory back. I know what to do. Jason, you can go now. And Jason's, he's a good boy. So he's like, nah, I'm gonna help you, Eve.
Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening. I'm sorry.
Sonic fans are cursed to forever talk about Sonic. It's just how it is.
Can't help it. I can't.
And if we're gonna bring up Sonic, here's the obligatory Nier Drakengard reference. And also Mechasol. We already talked about Metroid as well.
Nier and fuck. What else do we reference?